How's it going, everyone? It's been a while. It really has been a while since I've been able to record a video. I'm just going to get straight into it. If you saw the last video I did, it was kind of telling you that the channel's not done, I'm not done with YouTube, and stuff like that. I still want to make content for people who want to watch it. You know, give them something to smile about, maybe laugh. Yell at me sometimes. Doesn't matter. It's all fun. So I'm going to get straight into it. A lot has happened in the past couple months. From the last video, I left Walmart, and I was getting ready to go into Nelson's Tree Service. Well, I worked at Nelson's Tree Service for about a week and a half. Wasn't a bad job at all. Kicked you into shape, actually. Did a lot of climbing. Dangerous work, though. And, well, even though it wasn't a bad job, during my second week at 4 a.m., I believe it was on a Wednesday. Yeah, on a Wednesday, my health took a major turn for the worst. At 4 a.m., I woke up on my bed at the hotel I was staying at, and I ran to the bathroom. I shut the door, I was throwing up, and it was bad. Like, it was really freaking painful. Well, I had to call off that day because I couldn't leave the toilet for hours. And the three people that I was rooming with, I told them what was going on. And they said, okay. And I messaged the general foreman, who goes by Potsy. His name's Kevin Miner, but people call him Potsy. Don't know why. But called him. He said, okay. Well, I took the rest of the day to try and relax, recover, and it was not feeling that good. Later that day, when everyone came back, some of the guys asked if I was doing okay. The crew that I was on, they kind of just bursted into the room I was in. I wasn't even staying with them. They kind of just bursted into the room and started creating a lot of racket. Made my head hurt worse. Later that night, I tried to eat and drink something, small stuff, start you out. I thought maybe it was just a 24-hour bug. Maybe I ate something bad and stuff like that. Maybe I was dehydrated, because when you're working out there, you're pretty much giving 12 hours of your day to your job, even though you're only working for 10 hours. Because you wake up at 5:30 a.m., you don't get back to the hotel to eat dinner and whatnot until 5:30 p.m. And that's on a normal 40-hour work week where you're working 10 hours a day. Well, I couldn't hold anything down at all. So I felt like shit. The next day came around. It was like it was getting close to 5. Half an hour until you need to get up and get ready. That way by 15, 20 after 6, you and your crew are ready to get in the truck and roll out, be at the site by no later than 7:30. Well, I couldn't do it. I felt like such shit, and I just puked more. I did not have the energy to move, nothing. So I had to call off a second day. And during that time that I was sick, I didn't receive support or anything from anyone. All I got was more bitching and nagging, telling me you need to suck it up and get to the job. And this wasn't from the employees. No. This wasn't from them. This was from my own family. It's like, it took too much to get you on this job and everything else. Well, it's like, you can't put health after the job. Your health comes first, because if you don't have good health, you can't do the work. Well, At that point, I was just getting angrier and angrier at people, and the crew that I was working with wasn't the greatest. One of the guys was good, the other one wasn't. Let's just say that. He was pretty much an idiot. And it made it worse, like, if they busted in the room later on, and yada yada. Well, one of the foremans that I was staying with, rooming with, great guy. Great guy. Name's Hap, former military, great guy. Um, Chatted with him for a bit, chatted with my stepfather, who's also a member of the company, and my brother-in-law, who is a member of the company as well, surprisingly enough. Well, I talked to him about it, and some situations were personal, some came into family matters, and on top of that, my health, and kind of made it worse. Got to the point to where during my sickness that I just kept feeling worse and worse. Well, Friday rolled around. I called off 2 days, and you can't really call off too many days in a 90-day probationary period. I get that. But it's like, Friday rolled around. Had to go to work Friday, because if not, there's no way to get home. You drove with your crew to the work site, you meet up at a point, and then you get in those vehicles, you get in your personal vehicles, and you drive home. And then you get the weekend off and come wake your ass up at like 4 o'clock in the morning Monday and get to your work site by 7:30 and everything else. Well, that Friday, after the 2 days I called off, I felt better. I was like, I'm feeling much better. And it's like, going to work, I'll feel good. I'll be going to work, and everything will be dandy. Well, truck right there was fine. We got out. I cleaned out the back. There was trash and everything. Took that out, cleaned it out. We filled the truck up, and we moved to the site. About 5 minutes out from the site, I wasn't feeling that great. I backed the truck up, and we returned to the site. I got out, and I wasn't feeling that good. But I said, suck it up. It might pass. Just get your gear on and get ready to work. The general foreman, Potsy, was there for certain reasons. And, well, I got my stuff on, got the sprayer out of the truck, has herbicide in it. Get that out of the truck, and was getting my stuff on. I got a sharp pain in my stomach. Felt like I was immediately going to throw up. I walked like 5 feet away from the truck, and I got a pain so hard in my stomach that I dropped to my knees, and I threw up right in front of the general foreman. At that point in time, he told me to call someone to come and get me at the hotel we were staying at. Well, I did. And about an hour later, I left the work site with another higher up, and it took me back to the hotel. I waited for about 10 minutes, and I was picked up. I was taken home. During the process of me staying at home, I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get better and be ready to go early in the morning Monday. Well, that's where things went bad. Saturday, I went to a care center, and they did scans and whatnot. Said I was fine. I was like, I don't feel fine. And my head started killing me. Like, it hurt really bad, to the point to where it felt like my head was splitting. It got bad. And no one in the household really seemed to care, except for stepfather at the time. Well, Sunday, things got bad to the point to where they wanted help outside with the fence. I was not feeling well enough to even do that. But I did anyway because they were complaining. I got to help them, and in the middle of helping it, my head just started hurting really, really bad. To the point to where the migraine was hurting so bad that I actually started crying. It was hurting that bad. And so I was like, take him to the ER. Well, I got taken to the emergency room later that night. And signed me in, took some blood, and they did tests. They pumped me full of medicine that was supposed to ease the pain. Told them everything that was going on and everything like that. And about 2.5 hours later, they cleared me to leave. So I went home. And I took a shower and I rested up. I was supposed to go to work Monday morning, but the hospital cleared me off from work that day. They gave me a doctor's notice saying I cannot return to work this day. I can only return to work at a certain date. So that was handed in by my soon-to-be brother-in-law to the general foreman. So I was cleared for that day. That day was excused. It should not have counted against me at all. The Monday, the day I was supposed to go to work, symptoms got worse. I was throwing up again and had a headache happen so bad that I actually laid down on the floor from the pain so much, and it hurt to the point to where I couldn't move or anything. It hurt so bad. It felt like someone was stabbing me in the brain. Well, later on, I got taken to the ER again, and they pumped me full of different medication and got me on some fluids. They gave me a medicine that honestly made me want to go to sleep, but my body didn't want to go to sleep, so I'm fighting it, of course. That wasn't all that great. They cleared me again to go home. This time I was there for about 3.5 hours. And the doctor's note came back and said that I could not return to work until such and such date. Well, I called the general foreman and I told him about that. And he said, I know you're sick, but I'm going to have to let you go. That's too many days missed in your probationary period. At that point, I was pissed because I'm under doctor's orders not to return to work. I'm under direct doctor's orders, medical specialists telling me not to go back to work until this date and to show this to the general foreman when you go back and you should be allowed to work. And it's like, okay, I'll show it to him when I'm able to go back to work. I was scheduled to go back to work that Thursday. It was that Thursday or Friday that I was able to go back to work. And I should have been fine. All of them should have been excused absences from doctor's orders. They didn't care. I was fired the night I got out of the emergency room that Monday. I was fired due to medical illness. I was fired. In all honesty, that's wrongful and unjust termination. And I was even told I could sue. I've thought about it. I looked into it and everything else, but I decided not to. Because they were already getting short on money, and they have to go to distribution and stuff like that to earn more money for the employees. And I thought to myself, if I sued them and I did get money out of it, all I would be doing is hurting my stepfather and my brother-in-law because they work there and they get paid by that company. So if I hurt the company, I'm hurting them. Well, some time has passed. It has been a month since I was terminated from that tree service. And well, I've applied for other jobs and stuff like that. Kind of just waiting on job requests now. I also auditioned for a voice acting role for the new Mass Effect Andromeda. Thought that was pretty cool. One of my friends dropped me a link and I signed up. I auditioned and I sent in my auditions. Slim chance of winning, but hey, it's really cool if it happens. Once in a lifetime shot. And I did that yesterday. Well, 2 days ago. And now it's like 2:03 in the morning. And I wanted a video to tell everyone who watches my stuff and enjoys my stuff, or whoever just gives a damn really, tell them all the details about what's been going on. And when I have chance, I'm going to upload videos. I'm going to keep doing them because I love doing it. It's one of the things I really want to do. I want to entertain people. I like making videos. I went into computer graphics for it. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoyment. Even if one of the games you play or something happens and you really get angry at it, it's still a lot of fun. But I think I've rambled on long enough. I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks for patience, the willingness to watch my videos, even if some of them are crap. And again, just overall, thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.